Hey, what's up, VC? I'm back with another video. Sorry for all the area changes. I usually film my videos over in that corner of my room. Then I filmed one yesterday there. Then I'm filming one here. It's just I've worked on organizing my room and getting everything in certain spots, and I just have everything all filed away. So I didn't want to pull everything out and then do it over there. So anyway, you're getting a video from this corner of my room, which I've never showed before. Sorry about this. I just got to move some of these real quick because these are new albums that I've gotten that I need to make a video about. Just wanted to pull a couple. I'll put them right here for now. In with my country stuff. I've gotten everything all filed away. I got my rock over there and there. All my main collections, like my Dawkins stuff, Deep Purple, Y&T, Gary Moore, Rory Gallagher, that type of stuff, Elvis. Then I have my country right here, and then this is like blues and jazz and stuff like that. But anyway, without further ado, we'll get right into this because this is going to be quite a long video because I've got about that many records to show. Anyway, I bought a collection from a lady in Houston. I've been buying a lot of collections recently. This was about a month ago now, probably a month and a half, closer to 2 months. She wanted $40 for all the albums, which was a great deal because, you know, a lot of them looked like they were common stuff. But me being the weird record collector I am, and I notice stuff, because I'm a little bit OCD, not a lot, but just a little bit. But anyway, a lot of these albums had, like, the little Canadian maple leaf on it, on the spine. I don't know if I can find one. Or like here, it said Litho in Canada, or just said Canada somewhere. So these were all Canadian pressings of, you know, some mainstream stuff, some rarer stuff, just a lot of stuff. All the stuff I pulled out here is everything I'm keeping. There was about half of it that was junk, what I consider junk. You know, your common stuff that I'm not into. So I'll be getting rid of those or whatever. But there was one huge find here. And then, yeah, so we'll just get right into it. Like I said, these are all the ones I'm going to keep. There was a lot of country and then a lot of old, like, blues stuff and then some rock stuff. We got Crystal Gale, We Must Believe in Magic. Like I said, these are all Canadian pressings. The covers were all a little, you know, worn with some ring wear and everything, but the records are mostly in mint shape. Put that there. What do we got? My Kind of Country by Reba McEntire. I'll put them back here. I don't know, it's weird pulling records out like this instead of just having them next to me. Amazing Rhythm Aces, Burning the Ballroom Down. Never heard them. I've heard of them, so figured I'd give this a listen, and I actually did enjoy it. Along with this one, Stacked Deck. And this one has the little GRT records in Ontario, so that's cool. And then we have another Amazing Rhythm Aces. I guess this is just a self-titled album. Maybe their debut. I'm going to see if I can find any of these albums that have the little Canadian thing I'm talking about. Usually they'll have like a little maple leaf up in the corner. You can tell it's Canadian. The Best of Burton Cummings, 2 LP set. Then we have Joe Cocker with A Little Help from My Friends. This was a cool album because I've been looking for this for a while. I'm not a huge fan of his, but you know, this album has Jimmy Page and people like that on it. Stevie Winwood, and some other people from that time period. So it's a really good album. It's actually kind of valuable. I mean, $10 or so, but I'm going to keep that. So that's cool. One I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm just going to keep it because is Bruce Springsteen, The River. This is a 2 LP set. Unfortunately, I guess they did this for all Canadian 2 LP sets because I don't, you know, the Burton Cummings was that way. They just stuck both albums in one sleeve, so not sure why they did that. But we got Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. Great album. I have 2 or 3 copies of this already, but didn't have a Canadian copy. Then we have The Police, Synchronicity. I actually pulled this one out for Ron. It's got a little seam split, and it is warped. Unfortunately, some of these, they weren't stored properly. They were stored in a storage shed, so some of them are warped. But, you know, most of them play, but some of them are really badly warped, but this one still plays. So, Ron, if you want this, I'll send it to you. The reason I say that, I know Ron has 3 or 4 different copies because this album has so many different cover variants, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a Canadian version. So just let me know there, Ron, and that will be yours. If not, I'll just keep it. Then we have Diamond Joe White, High Rider. Not sure who he is, never heard of him, but I figured that's some country, so I'll keep that and give it a listen. We have Dire Straits, I guess this is their self-titled album. Not a huge fan of theirs, but I have a couple of their albums. The Rolling Stones, what is this? Emotional Rescue. And see, there's the Maple Leaf thing that I'm talking about. I'm actually going to start doing videos like this because I've noticed it's better quality, and I actually like doing this instead of sitting down on my floor. But anyway, Emmylou Harris, White Shoes. Once again with the Maple Leaf. John Haidt, Slow Turning. This one's just got some dust on the cover. I need to clean that off. But this is another one that I didn't know what it was. It's like some blues, country type stuff. I don't know how to really explain it. Forgot what it was listed as on Discogs. But it's like a $15 or $20 album, so that's cool. I'll probably keep that one or might sell it. I don't know. Emmylou Harris, Blue Kentucky Girl. As you can see, I kept all the country. And then we have Emmylou Harris, Elite Motel, or Hotel, with the Maple Leaf. Sorry that I'm going so slow, I don't know. Jesse Winchester, Let the Rough Side Drag. Not sure who he is, but it looked country, so. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, The Distance. Not a huge fan of his, but I like some of his stuff, so figured I'd keep that. Willie Nelson, The Red-Headed Stranger. This was an upgrade. I had a beat-up copy of this, but this is definitely an upgrade of that one. Ry Cooder, Borderline. Have a copy of this album. It's a great album by a great blues guitarist, but this is a Canadian copy, so that is an upgrade. To me, it doesn't matter where the album comes from. As long as it's not a U.S. copy, it's an upgrade. Both Sides of Dolly Parton. This one, unfortunately, was pretty beat up, and the record's scratched up, but figured I'd keep that for the heck of it. Tom Waits, Foreign Affairs. This was the one I was talking about when I showed the other one, the John Haidt album. This is the one that's rare. It's like a $15 or $20 album. And it's the blues rock type thing. So the other one I'm pretty sure he's just country. I don't know. I may be wrong. Then we got the Police, Zindada Mandada. And then we have Lionel Richie, Dancing in the Ceiling, or On the Ceiling. It looked like that was embossed, but I guess not. Gatefold. And we have Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. Sorry for the dog barking in the background. Every time I make a video, something happens. Either it's a train or a dog or a person. Then we have Whitney Houston, self-titled album. Not sure if this has any songs that I know by her. I don't think so, but I just put that aside. Then we have Poco, self-titled. Phil Collins, No Jacket Required. Then we have J.D. Souther, You're Only Lonely. Then we're getting to the better stuff. Little Feat, Dixie Chicken. Tim Curry, Fearless. Showed this in my other video. I bought this collection 2 days after I bought that other collection, and I found that Tim Curry album, and then it was in here, and I was like, damn, I shouldn't have bought it. But anyway, so I have 2 copies of that, and that's a Canadian copy. So that's an upgrade, like I said earlier. Rodney Crowell, But What Will the Neighbors Think? Pretty sure this is country, not sure. If anybody knows if any of these guys are country, or I'm totally getting their genres wrong, let me know. John David Souther, J.D. Souther, like the other album. Black Rose. I'm almost certain he's country. Then we have The Very Best of Roy Orbison. This is just a generic compilation, but it's Canadian, like I said, so I'm going to keep that for sure, because I do love his stuff. Then this is getting into some of the cooler stuff. We have John Mayall, Notice to Appear. Great blues rock stuff. Then we'll show this one. Heart, self-titled album, my favorite Heart album. Just one of those albums in my top 10 favorite albums of all time. Just front to back, love every song, love Heart, and this is a great album. This one, unfortunately, was pretty beat up. The record's scratched up, and it is kind of warped, and the sleeves beat up and everything, but I'm just going to keep it because it is Canadian. I just love that album so much. Then we have Trooper, Hot Shots, of course, a Canadian rock band. So it's cool to have a Canadian copy of a Canadian band's album. Muddy Waters, Can't Get No Grindin'. John Lee Hooker, Endless Boogie. This is a gatefold. Then we have 2 more here and then 2 more down there. The James Cotton Band, 100% Cotton. Great album. Then we have Dickie Betts in Great Southern, Atlanta's Burning Down. Pretty sure he's from the Allman Brothers. I may be wrong there, but I'm almost certain that he is. This is a great album. Atlanta's Burning Down is great. Mr. Bluesman, Good Time Feeling. I mean, the whole album's just great. I'm just listing off some of the songs that are really good. So that was a great album. That was a great find. Why did that? Oh, because that had the original inner sleeve, so it like, I don't know why it moved around like that, but it sounded like something else was in there. And then this was a pretty big one, Randy Travis, Storms of Life. This one was in really good shape. So I have this one all sleeved up. Randy Travis stuff, surprisingly, out of the country stuff you see here in Texas, I have never seen his stuff in the wild. And he is one of my favorite country singers ever, but you never see his stuff. And then last but not least, this isn't particularly an album I'm into, but it never fails. Every time I buy a collection, there's one record in there that's worth like the most out of everything. And of course it happened. I saw this one in there and it looked interesting. It's called Out of the Fog. And I was like, that looks like some private press type stuff. That's something, if you're getting into record collecting, buying collections, when you're going through, look for private press type stuff. Because that's usually the stuff that's worth more than, you know, your expensive stuff like Led Zeppelin and the Beatles, the common stuff. But anyway, this is like a $40, $50 album. Unfortunately, the cover is creased pretty bad, beat up. The record's in good shape, and I'm just having a really tough time selling this because I've listed it on Discogs for the last month for like $45 or best offer, and I have in my listing, you know, US only, I don't ship overseas, and I have had, no joke, like 5 people buy this album and go to pay asking how much shipping to foreign countries is, and I just can't get rid of this album. So I'm probably just going to have to suck it up and ship to a different country. I just hate doing that. I just don't like doing it. It's just too much trouble. Yes, I know they pay for shipping. It's just too much hassle because you got to worry about, you know, overseas shipping, it getting damaged. All this stuff happens, and then if they have to send it back, you got to wait more time and everything. It's just not worth it to me. But I'll probably end up having to do that because I've listened to it. It's not great. It's like a psych, jazz, fusion type thing. It's not bad. It's just not my style. But yeah, so that was the rarest album in the collection, but still cool to have, so that paid for the collection if I can sell it. If not, you know, I'll be stuck with it, but it is what it is. So yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Peace out.